Well, they say there's no such thing as a free lunch, but a man in Sussex who's leading a campaign on the amount of food that goes to waste from supermarkets is salvaging food that's been thrown out. Retailers waste thousands of tonnes of food every year, and according to a government-funded survey, UK householders throw into their bins around 5 million whole potatoes, 7 million slices of bread, and more than 1 million unopened yoghurts and yoghurt drinks. Our environment correspondent Yvette Austin went to meet the so-called freegan Tristram Stewart.
Like most of us, Tristram Stewart visits the supermarket once or twice every week. However, his idea of shopping is very different. He bypasses the front entrance in favour of the bins at the back.
Hello.
Hi, so tell me, what's this all about?
Well, I'm not doing this because I need to. I'm not doing it because I'm anti-consumerist or anti-buying food. I'm against wasting food. And the simple reason is that the food that I'm getting out of the bin shouldn't have been put there in the first place.
You're going to see what you can find?
Yeah, we'll see what they've thrown away today.
Today, his target is a Waitrose in West Kent. He goes on private land to delve into the bins, but he's never been stopped.
Okay, so it's evident that they've just emptied the bins, and there's only a few sacks in here. But let's have a look at what's inside this sack. So this is a very small sample of the kind of thing that supermarkets will throw away on a daily basis. Some nice flowers, £3.99, grown in Holland, probably in some very carbon intensive manner.
More flowers.
More flowers. Chopped onions. Okay, so we have some Kenyan beans here. These are grown in Africa, a dry part of the world. We're exporting these things. That means we're exporting water out of Africa to here, and then we're not even eating it. It just goes in the bin. We've also got perfectly good bananas.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing wrong with that. If you saw that on your kitchen table, no one would bat an eyelid, would they?
All the main supermarkets are guilty of creating thousands of tonnes of waste, and some are better than others at finding ways to stop it going to landfill sites. Sainsburys, for example, says it gives much away.
Sometimes customers don't always buy what's on the shelf because they want something else, or the weather might change and it gets very cold and rainy and they don't want salad vegetables anymore. So we have probably far less than 1% of what we would buy into a store would go out as waste. So it's a very small fraction.
Among those to benefit from donated leftovers, the animals at Wildwood Trust near Canterbury. The organisation says the supermarket food saves it £10,000 a year on animal feed.
Well, Sainsburys provide a lot of the bulk food. We use bread, a lot of their waste bread, for all of our animals, and that gives a lot of bulk to the grazing animals. But we also get fresh fruit and vegetables, and that costs a fortune and really expensive. And Sainsburys provide that, so we can give these chaps the wonderful balanced diet that they need.
The big supermarkets all say they're moving towards recycling, composting and generating electricity from their waste. But still, it adds up to an awful lot of food not being eaten, which could be.
Living high on the hog, literally. Yvette joins us now live from Canterbury. Tristram, the campaigners calling it waste. The supermarkets say it's a resource.
Well, absolutely. As you might have guessed, there's a certain amount of spin involved here. Sainsbury's says it generates around 80,000 tonnes of waste a year. Tesco's more than 500,000 tonnes of waste a year. But they say it's not actually waste because it's not going to landfill site anymore. It's not going to the tip like it used to. Instead, it's being composted, recycled, turned into electricity and given away. But of course, the campaigners say that's absolute rubbish because it's food that's been grown and made for us to eat and we're not eating it.
The government already concerned, aren't they, saying the buy one get one free offers are partly to blame?
Well, I suppose they are in a way. This is a problem, though, that's being moved from the supermarket to the household. The supermarkets want to sell their food, so buy one, get one free gets it off of the shelves. It goes home. We don't actually want all that food, so we just chuck it in the bin. And, of course, then it's a household waste problem.
Yvette, many thanks.